Get ready for the dictation. Start. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to a procedure established by law. According to Bhagavati J, Article 21 embodies a constitutional value of supreme importance in a democratic society. Iyer J has characterized Article 21 as the procedural Magna Carta protective of life and liberty. This right has been held to be the heart of the Constitution, the most organic and progressive provision in our living Constitution, the foundation of our laws. Article 21 can only be claimed when a person is deprived of his life or personal liberty by the state as defined in Article 12. Violation of the right by private individuals is not within the purview of Article 21. The article prohibits the deprivation of the above rights except according to a procedure established by law. Article 21 corresponds to the Magna Carta of 1215, the Fifth Amendment to the American Constitution, Article 44 of the Constitution of Era 1937, and Article 31 of the Constitution of Japan 1946. Article 21 applies to natural persons. The right is available to every person, citizen, or alien. Thus, even a foreigner can claim this right. It, however, does not entitle a foreigner the right to reside and settle in India as mentioned in Article 19(1)(e). Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and the security of person. The right to life is undoubtedly the most fundamental of all rights. All other rights add quality to the life in question and depend on the pre-existence of life itself for their operation. As human rights can only attach to living beings, one might expect the right to life itself to be in some sense primary, since none of the other rights would have any value or utility without it. There would have been no fundamental rights worth mentioning if Article 21 had been interpreted in its original sense. This section will examine the right to life as interpreted and applied by the Supreme Court of India. Article 21 of the Constitution of India 1950 provides that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Life in Article 21 of the Constitution is not merely the physical act of breathing. It does not connote mere animal existence or continued drudgery through life. It has a much wider meaning which includes right to live with human dignity, right to livelihood, right to health, right to pollution-free air, etc. Right to life is fundamental to our very existence, without which we cannot live as a human being, and includes all those aspects of life which go to make a man's life meaningful, complete, and worth living. It is the only article in the Constitution that has received the widest possible interpretation. Under the canopy of Article 21, so many rights have found shelter, growth, and nourishment. Thus, the bare necessities, minimum, and basic requirements that are essential and unavoidable for a person is the core concept of the right to life. By the term life, as here used, something more is meant than mere animal existence. The inhabitation against its deprivation extends to all those limbs and faculties by which life is enjoyed. The provision equally prohibits the mutilation of the body by amputation of an armored leg or the pulling out of an eye or the destruction of any other organ of the body through which the soul communicates with the outer world. Stop.